Hi friends! So it's been a couple of weeks since I've made a video, but I decided to be back. Today I am singing the song called Safe Harbors. It's a pretty old song written by McLean, but it's a favorite of mine, even though it's kind of an old song. And I have been thinking a lot lately about the importance of friends, the importance of being a friend. About 2 years ago, my husband and I decided that we were going to buy a house, and we were having a really hard time trying to find a place where we could buy a house. And I really didn't want to buy a house. I didn't want to settle myself in one place and be stuck in one place forever. But I knew this was an important thing, and I was like, okay, it needs to happen. But if it was going to happen, I had two things that I prayed and I asked Heavenly Father for. I asked Him to send me someplace where I could actually do some good, someplace where I could be needed. And I asked Heavenly Father to send me someplace where I would have a friend. Now, I have a lot of friends around the world, and that's great, and I love keeping in contact with my friends through Facebook and phone calls and everything, but I have, for a very, very long time, not had, someone who lived within walking distance of me that I could call her and be like, hey, I need you over here, stat, and have that kind of friend. And I really knew that I needed that. And Heavenly Father heard my prayer, and He sent us to Ogden, to this little house that we have, where I, within about a week of living here, had several people who I could call friends, and I've been blessed with a couple of really special ladies in my life who have become just the best of friends, who I can call on whenever I need them. And it's been amazing having that, realizing the importance of having someone, because we all go through these really, really hard times. And I don't know what it is about women. I don't know if men do this too, but women are so good at acting like we're great on the surface, right? We're fine on the outside, and we put on this disguise that everything's great, no problems. How are you doing? I'm fine. Everything's fine. My house could be burning down, but I'm fine. Everything's fine, right? And it's so important to have someone who loves you enough and knows you enough to be able to see through your disguise, to know, nope, everything's not fine. And I'm going to sit here and listen to you tell me the real story and be that shoulder to cry on. And there are so many people around us who are exactly like that, who maybe they don't have that shoulder to cry on. Maybe they haven't found that best friend, or maybe their best friend, moved across to the other side of the world. Or, there are people around us all over who need to be seen, who need for us to see through their disguises, to see them for who they really are, to love them for who they really are. After Jesus Christ was resurrected and He was teaching His apostles so they'd be able to run the church without Him around, and He asked Peter. He asked Peter 3 times, lovest thou me? And poor Peter was so distressed, saying, Lord, you know all things, you know I love you. And the answer that the Lord always gave him was, feed my sheep. And while, yes, I think that means that we need to share the gospel with people so that we can help bring people to Christ, who truly sees us for who we really are and loves us for who we really are, I think Jesus also wants us to feed His sheep by loving each other. We need to get out there and see each other for who they are. We need to get out there and see through people's disguises and look at people and see, who needs a smile, who needs a friendly word, who needs a hug, who needs someone to bring them a pan of brownies, who needs just someone to sit and listen to them and cry with them, who needs, someone to be like, hey, I will take your kids for a couple of hours, or hey, I will go for that walk with you. But just seeing people, seeing them for who they are and what they need, and loving them and giving them a safe harbor, a safe place to be themselves, a safe person that they can fall apart with. Everybody needs that. Jesus knows everybody needs that. And he wants us to do that for each other. And I am so thankful that I have people who give me a safe harbor where I can fall apart. I hope that I can do better to be a safe harbor for other people. And it's my birthday this week. In a few days, it's my birthday. And as a special birthday present to me, I'm going to ask anyone who watches this video to try to do the same thing, to see how can you do what Jesus asked and feed his sheep and be a safe harbor for somebody else. Now I'm very emotional and stuff, so let's see if I can sing this. But I hope that you will hear the message through my very imperfect voice, but to hear the message of loving those refugees who need a safe harbor in our hearts. There are refugees among us who are not from foreign shores, and the battles they've been waging are from very private wars, and there are no correspondents documenting all their grief. But these refugees among us all are yearning for relief. There are refugees among us. They don't carry flags or signs. They are standing right beside us in the market checkout lines. And the war that they've been fighting, it will not be televised, but the story of their need for love is written in their eyes. This is a call to arms, to reach out and to hold the evacuees from the dark. This is a call to arms, to lead anguished souls to safe harbors of the heart. Can you see through their disguises? Can you hear what words won't tell? Some are losing faith in heaven, 'cause their life's a living hell. Is there anyone to help those who have nowhere else to flee? For the only arms protecting protecting them belong to you and me. This is a call to arms, to reach out and to hold the evacuees from the dark. This is a call to arms, to lead anguished souls to safe harbors of the heart. Can you feel the pleas of the refugees for safe harbors of the heart? Can you feel the pleas of the refugees for safe harbors of the heart? I hope that you have a safe harbor. I hope that you know that Christ will always be your safe harbor. But I hope that you have a safe harbor and a very good friend. And I hope that we can all be better safe harbors for those around us and share Christ's love every single day. Bye, friends.